There's Gus. I wondered if you were going to pop in to see me clean fish. Everybody's been asking for a catch and cook. I can't do a catch and cook because I fish too far from home. So I'm doing a clean and cook after the catch. Can I pet that dog? Yeah. That's my boy Spur. That's my pup. Just throwing some fresh oil in the fryer right now just to get it warmed up. I like a good corn oil. That's my favorite to use. It's nice and light. High smoke point so it doesn't smoke as much. Not as messy. Just getting the last couple things prepped here. Yep, that's Spur. No, I'm not going to cook yours, Gus, unless you want me to. I figured you'd want me to bring yours over fresh so that you could cook it. So what we're going to do is, everybody wants me to do a catch and cook, so we're going to do a clean and cook since I can't do a catch and cook because I fish too far from home. Just getting a couple things adjusted here. No Ed Sheeran, yeah. Okay, so we get our cutting board out. My fillet knife. I use an electric myself. I know some people are all against it, but I am not. I like my electric fillet knife. It makes things so much quicker and easier. Nice little zip. Saves me a hell of a lot of time. And this is a cordless one too, so that saves me trying to find plug-ins and all that fun stuff. Turn the fryer on, get it started. Oh, Ed Sheeran singing songs, yeah. Yep, definitely got some fish. Yeah, that walleye was a monster. It was great. I loved it. Loved every second of it. Almost my biggest ever through the ice. Almost, not quite there. Get ourselves some cold water. Soak our fish in afterwards. Get a dog licking the fish bucket. 26-inch, Gus. 26. Howdy. Alright. Now I typically throw a glove on my hand that I'm holding the fish with just because it saves in cleanup. And helps, especially with walleyes, helps minimize the times that you get sliced by the gill plate, because sometimes that does happen. Start with one of the little guys. Now I typically start with the spine toward me, or the back toward me. Come in right behind the gill in the front fin. And then I just run the knife right down the spine. Flip it back, fillet the skin off. You got a fillet. Super quick, super easy. Flip it over. Back away from you. Same thing. Always be careful so you don't cut through the spine. That's a real pain in the ass. And you take the meat off of that side. And you now have a see-through fish. No meat left. I'm going to get me a bag here for my guts. Forgot about that. My wife is messaging me from the other side of the house because she's a goofball, sending me random Facebook stuff. Lord only knows what. Always double bag when you're making a gut bag. Then you just take the leftovers. Drop them in the bag. Keep these guys because we're not quite done with those yet. Beautiful job. Thank you, sir. Mama Cookie. Yeah, fish doesn't know it's dead yet. Keep the cheeks. The cheeks I keep if it's a big enough fish. It's got to be a pretty big fish for the cheeks. Zipper technique. I don't know that I've heard. Oh, we're not done with this. Yeah, we're not done with that yet. I don't typically zipper, but I can certainly show you how to do it. This one now, he is frozen a little bit, so I got to be extra careful to not go through his spine because it's easy to do when the meat's frozen. You don't feel that spine near as easy. He's not frozen, but he's a little bit frozen. His tail end's a little frozen. Yep, same thing. Zip it down the side. Get all the way down. Fillet the skin off, flop it on the board, good to go. Another one. No meat left. Paper thin fish. That one was a female. There's the egg sacs. It was hungry. There is the dead fish from its belly. Now we get on to the two bigger ones. This one's a nice one. That one was small. Electric turkey knife. It's a Rapala. It's made for filleting. Hey, Liam. Hot grease will thaw them out. You got it, brother. Again, slightly frozen, so I try to take a little more time so I don't accidentally cut through. Big female sauger. Big old egg sac there. Flip it. Skin it. Flop it. Pretty much everything's a flip it and flop it. Always helps to have a dog at the floor to catch any little bits that fall. My dog's very good at that. Another big egg sack. Skin the meat, flop it off. There we go. Now this one's big enough I could do a cheek on this one. I mean, not the biggest sauger or walleye in the world, but it's super simple. You literally just go in right behind the eye. Get all the little bits here out of the way. Sometimes they get a little caught up. Probably should have done the cheek first. Go in right behind that gill plate. See if you can see here. They got a sharp gill plate right here. It's very sharp. You go right in behind that. Go down and you just turn forward toward the eye. And then when you get it up there, you can peel it right off the skin. And you got yourself a little walleye or sauger cheek. I like walleye cheeks, sauger cheeks. Shelby Case in here is Gus. Gus isn't a big fan. He doesn't like the texture of them, says they're a little too chewy. Yeah, so there's not a lot of meat to them. They're just little chunks of meat, but they're nothing to shake a stick at. But they are pretty good. I like them. They got a little different texture to them, a little different consistency. And then we got one more down at the bottom of the bucket. Probably the biggest sauger of the day, lengthwise at least. It's actually pretty long for a sauger. Not as fat, but probably a male, judging by how thin it is. Nope, it's a female, just not near as fat yet. Skin it, flop it, flip it. And then again, just skin it, flop it, flip it. Do a couple more cheeks on this guy. Saugers, of course, are smaller than walleyes, so they aren't going to have as big a cheeks. Their heads aren't as big. But that is the majority of the filleting. Now we just got to take the ribs out, which there's a couple little techniques for that. My father-in-law is a big zipper guy. Tough stuff off there. All right, what am I missing out on here? Bouncer, yep. Papa does more fish stuff than you. Not being rude, the only thing he hates is... It's all good, to each their own. So, now what I do is I just go in right alongside that rib cage. And I just zip right under it. Now, walleyes and saugers have what's called Y bones or pin bones. And they go right down this lateral line right here. They're just little bitty bones. You barely notice them until you take a bite and you hit one. So what some people do is what's called the zipper technique. They go along the lateral line on one side and then on the other side. If you do it just right, you can hold it down. See if I can get a grip on it and do it. I said I never do the zipper technique, but you can just take that strip and just pull it. Yeah, see, it came part way off. You can just pull it and just pull those little Y bones out. Now what I typically do is I just take my fillet knife, run right down one side, run right down the other. No question to it, Y bones are out. Now typically though, since you're only saving that thin little strip of meat, what I do is I'll come in, same as before, then I'll just come down on the top side of that Y bone and I just fillet it off. Because the only bit of meat you're losing is just that little triangle right there, and a good portion of it is Y bone. So you end up really not saving all that much meat, but you're spending a lot more time. So for this one, we're just going to come down, and then we just turn and go under the ribs, and right there. Y bones stay in that rib piece, and you get a nice boneless fillet. See? Same thing here. Pull it down, turn under, ribs, fillet. Like I said, that's my own way of doing it. Everybody's kind of different. Here in Iowa, you don't need to keep the skin on. I know in Minnesota, you have to keep a 1-inch square of skin on the fillets, which is a real pain in the butt. But we've got little ways that we do that up there too. I've kind of devised my own little ways of doing it just to save me time and effort. Got a little skin left on that guy. I'm sure my ways aren't for everybody. But, again, this is just the way that I've learned to do it over the years, and I've learned multiple ways. This is just my preferred way. The number of fish I clean, I probably save days of time just by not messing with the zipper and things like that. But sometimes you get a little bit of meat left up, or a little bit of those fin bones left up there. You just fillet them off gently. Come around that rib cage. Throw my cheeks up here. Thought those were guts for a moment. And that's that. That is the cleaning portion. Cleaning's done. Super simple, quick and easy. No problems to it. Always lock your knife before you take your blade out of it because you don't want to slice the shit out of your hand. I've come close a couple times. So now we just take our cold water. Switch to the cutting board. Give a good rinse of everything. I like to give them a good stir, mix everything up, make sure it's good and rinsed. All right, Gus, which fillets you want? Patricia, what's up? Pickle it, you can pickle it for sure. You like my way, work smart, not hard. You got that right. That reminds me, Fish Guru, I tried to find you on the YouTubes here to sub ya. Let me see if I can. Can't pull up your channel when I'm on my live, unfortunately, so I can't look at you. But when we get done, I'll try to find you. I'll have to go through my live on my computer so I can see the comments and I can find you and sub you. But yeah, Gus, you still in here? Which ones you want, bud? You want a couple of bigger ones? You want smaller ones? I know you want 2 fish worth, so I'm gonna hook you up. I know you don't want the wing or the cheeks. Where's Gus at? Still hiding around in there, or is he just waiting for me to bring his fish across the street to him? Or am I froze up? Sometimes that happens. There he is. I got Facebook for sure. There. I didn't teach him all I know. Yeah, Ronster. Yeah, the zipper technique isn't bad. It's just some people aren't, you know. Fish Guru, if you want, these were walleye, or actually saugers, cousins of walleye. If you've got Instagram Guru, or that's how I usually have people message me, and I can look you up as soon as I get done with this. Kitchener, Ontario, Tommy Dyer. Okay, I'll look it up for sure. Tell him to stop by. No Instagram, gotcha. Buying fish from the store. All right, guys, let me get yours packaged up. And then what we'll do is, while I'm running fish over to Gus, we'll throw the other stuff in the breading and let it soak a little up. There's one little one for Gus. And another little one for Gus. And then we'll get the bigger ones for Gus. And another bigger one for Gus. So we've got a big one and a small one. Is the watch waterproof? Yes, it is. It's a Garmin. It's waterproof. It's like everything proof. Holy meth. Okay, Vincent. All right, we got that cleaned up. Now I'm going to get some paper towels. We want to dry our fish, but not completely dry. We just want it partially dried. I'll bring you guys over here now. It's cold in Korea. It's cold here in Iowa too. All right, so we just take our walleyes and saugers, whatever type of fish you got. Gonna set it where you guys can see it and not knock the phone over at the same time. But you just lay them out. And again, you don't want them super dry. You want them just slightly damp so that they can soak up some of the breading and keep that nice crunch on them. At least the stuff I use. I use Zatarain's. It's a cornmeal base, so it's got a nice crunch. There we go. We got them kind of laid out. Maybe my phone wants to fall over for some reason. There we go. Got them laid out. And we just grab another paper towel. Just lay it down, just do a quick pat dry. Again, don't want them fully dry, just mostly dry. That way you're not just ending up with big balls of breading. Put my glove on. Get a big Ziploc bag. And our fish breading. Let's see, we got lemon pepper or we got crispy southern. We're going to do the crispy southern tonight. Be right back over there in a moment. Just throwing a little breading in a bag. Alright, big Ziploc bag with my breading. I always add a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning to it, just for a little extra flavor. Get that mixed up a little bit. And then you just throw your fillets in. And our walleye cheeks, or sauger cheeks in this case. You get the really big walleyes and saugers, you can do the wings. Get those pectoral fins. We got some nice meat around those. Make sure you keep some air in it so you got plenty of room. Roll it up, so it balloons up a little bit, and then you just shake the shit out of it. Make sure you get it all coated. And then I like to just let it sit for a few minutes and let it just kind of soak in some of the breading. So while I've been doing all this, the fryer's been warming up. Now I personally, I take my guts in a nice bag, clean them up, throw those in the freezer in the summertime, then throw them in the garbage. But you don't want to throw them in the garbage in the summertime because they'll end up just stinking to high hell. But if you throw them in the freezer, freeze them first, then you can throw them in the garbage later, and you don't have to worry about them making a mess. So we'll throw them in the freezer, be right back. See if I can do this without losing my live. I'm going to try something here. From the stand. While my stuff's soaking and my cooker's warming up, we're going to run over to Gus. Be right back, buddy. Sorry, it's dark out here, I know. We're going to do our our fish delivery, because that's what we do. We go visit the old fisherman across the street and make sure he gets his share. And then as soon as I get back, we'll do the cooking portion. Here's the old fisherman.
That's cool as hell. Come on in.
Here's the old fisherman. Yeah, you can hear me on his live. He's watching live.
Back in those days, I got mine mixed up and ready to go.
All right, brother.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Say hi to Gus. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. I'm ready to cook these fish. Show them what I got here.
Oh yeah, he's got his bread and ready to go. Got his pan with his oil in it. He's all set. So
Get back and cook yours.
all right, brother. Love you.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Mama home?
Yeah, she's relaxing.
Later.
So whenever you guys see Shelby casing in the chat, that's Gus. He's my brother from another mother. So whenever I go fishing and I bring home fish, he either comes over for supper or I bring him over his own fish so he can cook it up. Usually give him a pretty healthy share when I can. He comes out with me a little bit in the summertime when he's able. It's fun to get him out on the boat. There's a couple of videos of him out fishing with me. One, he caught a 25-inch walleye this summer with me. That was a good time. He's just a good old boy who used to live on the lakes when he was able back after he retired. He'd go up there in the wintertime up in Minnesota and park his ice castle on the lake and live there basically most of the winter. All right, and we're back. There's the puppies. Excited for dinner because they know they're going to get a little snack. They always do. I'm going to put you guys back into the thing here. Oh yeah, he always eats well. We make sure of it. One way or another, whether he's coming over here or I'm bringing him stuff, whatever, he's always eating well. Put away the extras while the oil's heating up. Just about there. Always have a plate with paper towels. Soak up any excess oil. Got another minute until that's ready to go. While we're waiting, pour me a nice little glass of wine for dinner. See, good day, bad day, don't ask. I think we had a good day today. All right, how's everybody doing here? Cancer slowed him down, but he's doing better now. He's been in remission for a bit. Kind of lost that, lost a little bit of that go get him in the process, though. But we still get him out when we can. All right, back to this side now. One more paper towel. Set my lid on. Can't be making too big a mess. Don't want Mama getting mad at me. We got our nice corn oil in the fryer already. Just drop a couple fillets in, let them get going. That's some good looking stuff right there. On our lid. Give it a minute. Not an exact science, you just put it in and let it sit till you think it's done. Sip on your glass of wine and relax. When it's a bigger walleye, sometimes I'll smoke it. I'll throw it on the smoker for 2 hours or so. A lot of times I'll cold smoke it first even. I'll put it on the smoker with no heat, just with a smoke box underneath, just with some cold smoke rolling, and yeah, it just adds that extra flavor. Do that for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll switch over to hot smoking. So I'm getting a little warm, gotta take off a layer. Still got all my fishing layers on. Didn't know you were getting a strip show today, did you? I do not, Alexei, I do not speak Russian, brother. You'll have to change your language there. There we go. Nice golden brown walleye fillets. Perfect. Drain a little. Lake trout jerky. I've tried that. That's actually pretty good. Don't remember where I got it from, but it was really good. Alright, throw them on the paper towel plate. Let them drain and cool. Throw on our other ones. Living the dream, you got it, Ronster. Katie, you know me. I am not Russian. Got a little German in me, but I ain't Russian. Throw in our walleye cheeks. Do you play on a TV show? Absolutely not. But I was told today I look like a gay Matt Damon. That was kind of fun. So then your breading, just get rid of it. You don't want to save this around because it's got that fish juice in it. I mean, if you're going to use it the next day, you'll probably be safe. And I do that sometimes, but typically no. Just because I got gray hair doesn't make me Brett Favre, Ronster. You know, I'm getting there. I'm getting old. Getting the grays. Definitely getting the grays. Thanks, kitty, but that's not my thing. I'm more of a blue-collar working man. I just like to fish on the weekends and all that fun stuff. Oh, here. You guys see me do a little pocket check every day that I'm out. So this was my knife today, my Kaiser Mini Paragon. Just a nice, big EDC knife. But everybody asks me how many knives I have. I've got a few. I think I'm at about 120 now. So tomorrow's carry will be this big beefy guy. The Kaiser Sheepdog XL. That'll be my new one, or my knife tomorrow. Yeah, I'm getting there. I definitely probably have a few more than I should, but you know, when you like something, you like something. Always give them a good shake to make sure they don't stick, because sometimes they'll stick to the wire screen. You don't want that. Don't want that. Knives are underrated. Yep, I just like carrying my knives. I can shave with almost all my knives. I keep them very sharp. One of the things I enjoy doing is sharpening my knives. It's just kind of soothing to sit there and put an edge on a blade, and I really enjoy it. Hey Cindy, how's it going? I do have a couple that are pretty similar to straight razors. This cute little guy. He's a little small, unsuspecting, but nice little Warncliffe blade that's just sharp as can be. Like women, but Mama Cookie won't let me collect any extras. Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't spend much time in bars these days. I've outgrown that time of my life. Definitely had my days for that, and I don't have any time for that anymore. I get pretty bored if I go hang out at a bar or anything like that. Alrighty, round 2 looks like it's pretty done. Make a little room. Always turn off the fryer. Don't forget to unplug. This one's got an automatic oil filtration system, which is kind of nice. So I always kick it to oil filtration as soon as I'm done. One older switchblade, nice. Well, here. I always have my OTF knives, but my automatic knives, I like my OTFs or my out the front knives, you know, the ones that just pop in and out. But this one's one of my favorites. I don't know how well you can see it. Looks kind of interesting, but then you flip it, it's a hot dog. It's called the Wiener Warrior. It's the Boker Kalashnikov Wiener Warrior, and it's a fully automatic. Flip the switch, and it's a hot dog knife. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That one's always been a fun little conversation piece ever since I picked it up. They've got a whole warrior buffet. They got the dessert warrior that looks like a donut, the wiener warrior that looks like a hot dog. I think they got a couple look like sandwiches now or tacos. Like they got a whole bunch of them. And they're actually not bad knives either. The paint, if you use those knives, doesn't last very long, but all in all, they're nice knives. Alright, so we got that one drained. We prep this to be put back away when it cools. Turn off our vent, turn off our light. Clean up our mess so Mama stays happy. Got to keep Mama happy. Wiener Warrior all day. Yeah, some people have been. The gay Matt Damon comments and stuff, you know. Just doing a quick wipe down over here. Make sure I don't have any fish guts left on the counter. So now every once in a while there's that little splash. It'll get somewhere. Always got to watch out for that. And then you're ending up, after a 9-hour day of fishing, some nice golden brown fried walleye fillets. Beautiful stuff. Delicious. Here, this camera might show it a little bit better. We'll turn that light back on there. Yep. Nice walleye fillets. Make a nice little dinner for Mama and I. And, yeah. So, tomorrow, planning on about the same time. Jeremy and I are going to meet at about 6 o'clock and then hit the ice by about 7:30ish. So chances are we'll be live streaming again tomorrow, starting about 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere in that area. So yeah, feel free to hop on. And hopefully we'll find us another big walleye. It's going to be a little bit windier tomorrow. I'll probably take the tent. May not fully set it up, but I'll have it kind of up behind me as a wind block. His daughter is not feeling good. She's not going to come, so his son's probably going to come again today. If you want to hear James be a little chatterbox again, he was pretty entertaining there toward the end of the day. But Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one, and hopefully I'll see you on the ice tomorrow. Have a good night.